All right, let's crush a Sudoku. This one's called Renban Whispers by Clover. The rules are normal Sudoku rules apply, so we're going to need the numbers 1 through 9 in every row, every column, and every box, so no overlapping there with the numbers. And each bold pink line, Renban, contains a set of consecutive digits in any order. So the pink ones, so since this is a 9, these two digits are going to have to be consecutive with 9. So it's going to have to be 7 and 8, right? So if you have a 9, you can only go down. And they could be in any order, so it could be 7, 9, 8. But those are 3 consecutive digits. The green lines, along each thinner green line, are German whisper lines. So adjacent digits must differ by 5 or more. So here, if this is a 4, the only digit that can be the next digit is 9 because it has to be at least 5 away, and that's the only digit that's not 5 away from 9. Okay, looks like this definitely couldn't be a 9, but now 9 has way more options, right? Because 4, 3, 2, and 1 are all at least 5 away. Cool. All right. So let's dive into this thing. So, like I said that this definitely doesn't have to be a 4. So this one, so these two, like I said, are going to have to be 7 and 8. That's not proven yet, but which one's which, but we do know there's 7 and 8, so I'll mark that. These two, okay, so 1 is not very restrictive, so this number could be 5 or above. No, sorry, so 5 can't go on these lines actually, because you have to be at least 5 away, so this would have to be 6 or above, so you can actually never put a 5 on these green lines, which is interesting. Because 5 isn't 5 away from any Sudoku digit, right? 10 and 0 aren't viable options. So, yeah, not too limited here. I think a 5 is probably not particularly limited for being consecutive. Maybe it's interesting that there's 2 lines in this box right here. So green lines are definitely interesting because you know that like they have parity, we would say. So you have to have a low digit, then a high digit. So low digits have to be next to high digits because they have to be 5 away. So the digits 6 through 9 are high digits. The digits 1 through 4 would be low digits. So these two actually, because this is a 3, I think we only have 2 options for these 2 squares. And that's 8 and 9. Because it has to be 5 away from 3. 8 is the smallest number that can be 5 away from 3, and then the other box is going to have to be a different digit, so these are 8 and 9 here. And okay, so we have our first digit in the box because this one can't be a 9, so this one has to be an 8 since these were 8 and 9, and this makes this one a 9. Alright, so we're off a little bit. That puts a 7 here because there's an 8 in the box, and then we have an 8 here. Perfect. 1, 1, we're going to need a 1 in one of these two. This one could be, because it could be 1, 2. That's a definite possibility. So one of these two has to be a 1. I'll just mark that down. All right. And then, yeah, so if this one was a 1, then we would know that this one was a 2, but we don't know that this one is a 1. So, all right, we got a 3, 3. So this square is a 3, which is nice. And that is 5 away from 8, so that works. And then we need another number that's 5 away from 8. It could be a 1 or a 2. So this is either a 1 or a 2. I'll just make note of that, 1 or 2. These, so 3s are not very restrictive. This might be kind of limited. So 8 can't be on this line. So the highest number that could be on this line would be a 7, which is here. So these actually have to be 4 and 5 because we can't put 7 or 8 on this line. So we have to go down from 6, which means it's 4 and 5. And there's a 5 here, so this is a 4. Interesting. Wow. A lot of different logic happening there. So 4 and 5 make these consecutive digits work. Okay, we have, and then similarly we have the 2 lower digits for this 5. So these have to be 6 and 7 that go on this line with the 5, and the 7 is here. So this one has to be a 6. This one has to be a 7. So now we're getting, there's 8, 7, and 6 here, and the 1 isn't very restricted because there's a lot of numbers that can be higher, that it can be 5 higher than a 1, but 3 of them are 6, 7, and 8, and then only a 1 left we have is 9, so that has to be a 9, and I think this Oh, this has to be a 6. So we have 8, 7, and 9 here. So this has to be a 6 to be 5 away from 1. So now we've completed another one of these lines. All right, this is falling into place a little bit. So 7. So 7 only has 2 options, right? That are 5 away from it. It's 1 and 2. And there's a 1 in the box already, so this can't be a 1. So this has to be a 2. And then this is a 1. Cool. All right, so now this can't be a 1. Doesn't help too much. But this can't be a 2. Okay. And this, okay, there can't be a 5 on the line. So there definitely has to be a 2 on the line, which I think makes this a 2. Because these have to be consecutive digits. And it could go 4, 5 to not have a 2, but it can't be, there can't be a 5 on the line. So we know that there has to be at least a 2, because there could be a 4, it could be 1, 2, or it could be 2, 4, but there has to be a 2. There's a 2 in this box, so this one can't be a 2, which forces this to be a 2. Now this number is either a 1 or a 4. We don't know which one yet. Might be similar logic happening here. So we can't put a 2 on it, but this time, so this one couldn't be a 5, but this could be a 5, and this could be a 4. So that's still possible. We must have some Sudoku to do at this point, I would think. So 7, 7. Any of those could be a 7, 8, 8. Any of these could be an 8, 9, 9. Did I just, so this is a 7, 8, 9 triple. Did I just prove that? 8, 8, 9, 9, 7. Oh, no, 7 can't go here. 7 has to be in one of these. Okay. But 8 and 9 definitely have to go in these boxes, which could be interesting. 6, 6. One of these has to be a 6. Oh, a 9's here. Okay, so we know one of these has to be a 9. That's helpful. One of those has to be a 9. And one of these has to be an 8. Actually, don't have that many numbers left in this row in totality. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. So 9 has to go in there. 8's going to be in one of those 3. We're running out of options for this one, actually. So what do we need there? This is either a 1 or a 2, I think. No, maybe not. Wait, 1, 2, 8, 9 are the possibilities in the... Yeah, so this is either a 1 or a 2, which makes it pair with here. So this has to be 1 or 2. And then these options are 1, 2, 8, and 9. There's a 1 here. Is this worth putting... This is only a 2 or an 8 at this point, because it can't be a 9 and it can't be a 1. So this is either a 2 or 8. These two could still be all of those numbers except for 2 here. Yeah, I don't know if I need to mark those. Yeah, maybe I just, now that I'm thinking about it. So 2, 8, 9 are the only options here, and this could be any of 4 things. 1, 2, 8, and 9. To finish off this row, and then we only have 3 numbers left in this row. Maybe that's worth looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. We have an 8 here, so this is either a 4 or 5. These could be any of the 3. 4, 5, and 8. Okay. All right, what's next? So this is either a 2 or 8. We don't even know if it's high or low yet for the German Whispers line here. All right, so German Whispers line here, is that interesting at all? So not really, doesn't look like it. 3 numbers left in this box. 1, 2, and 5. There's a 5 here. Oh, this has to be a 5 because this one can't be. All right, so this is a 5. That's helpful. Very nice. Now this is either a 1 or a 2. There's a 1 here. This is going to be a 2. That makes this a 1, which takes 1 away from both of these boxes. Okay, limiting that a little bit. Oh, okay, this is now a 2. Okay, 3 boxes left here. What are they? 1, 4, and 7. 7's here. 7 has to go in one of those. 4 is here. 4 has to go in one of those. So this is now a 1. And since this is a 1, this is now a 1, which is helpful. Uh-oh. I think that breaks it. No, because either one of these could be... This could be a 2. All right, so this can't be 1, 2, 3 because there's a 1 and a 2 here. I think this is going to force this. Because we can't put 4, this has to be either a 4 or a 5, so these 2 numbers can't be 4 and 5. And now this can't be 1, 2, so there must be a 2 on the line if it can't be 4, 5. And we're going to need a 2, and this 2 is going to have to go there. And now that it's 2, 3, this can't be a 1 because there's a 1 here, so this is a 4. Cool, so that makes this a 5, that makes this a 4, that makes this a 7, that makes, neither of these are a 5. Okay. Progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6 and 9 in this row. And I don't think that's decided yet. Oh, there's a 9 here. Okay, so this is a 6. 9. which is going to take 9 away from here, make this a 9. So 2-8 pair here. Very cool. All right, this 4, is that helpful at all? So, okay, so it can't be 4, 5, 6. Could this be a 5? It looks like this could still be a 5. So there could be a 5 on the line. And I think there has to be, because we can't have a 2 on the line. And so it can't be 2, 3, 4, which means it's 3, 4, 5. It absolutely has to be 3, 4, 5. Because there can't be a 6 on the line, and there can't be a 2 on the line. So we're sandwiched to 3, 4, 5 on this line. There's a 3 here. That makes this a 3. That makes this a 5. Awesome. Almost done with all the lines. These little mysterious ones down here are interesting. Very clustery, this puzzle so far. So we only have 3 and 5 in this box, and we should be able to figure out some more numbers, I would think. So what else do we have? 7, 7. One of these two is a 7. 6, 6. So one of these 3 is a 6. I'm not going to mark that yet. We might be able to figure out what all 3 of those digits are, though. So 6, 2, 2. So 6, 2, and what is the... Oh, well, 2 has to be one of these because there's a 2 here. So I will mark that. That one of those 2 is a 2, 6, and I guess I could just use the column logic. 1, it looks like, is the last number. So 1, 2, 6. There's a 1 here. This is a 1, 2 pair. So this is a 6 because 6 can't go in either of those other 2 boxes, and we need 1 in the column. Okay, so 1, 2 pair here. 7 and what? 1, 2, 3. We need a 4. 7 and 4, and then what are these two? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Nice. 2 numbers left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 and 9. Excellent. So that takes away some options for this square. So even though this is a 1, our only options here are, it has to be 5 away from 1, so it's going to be 7 or 8. So this one could still be, oh, there's only 2 boxes left here. 8 and 9, and there's a 9 here, so this is a 9. That makes this an 8, which makes this a 7. 8, 7. Got another line finished. Only have 2 left in this thing. This is a 7. This is a 4. 1, 2. We need a 3 and a 4, right? 3, 4. Awesome. Numbers are left in this box. 1. We obviously need 3 and 4 and 2. So 2, 3, 4, 2 there. So one of these 2 has to be a 2, and it can't be this one. So this is a 2. Now this is either a 3 or 4. And now that this is a 2, I think that makes this a 2 because we have to go low and then high and then low. So there's no way for this to be an 8 if this number is 5 more than 2. So this is a 2 as well. We have 2 2s on this line, which is interesting. So this could be several different things. This is going to be an 8. Well, now it can be fewer things. It actually can only be a 7 because it could have been a 7, 8, or 9. We have a 9 and 8 right here, and that's a 7. This is a 4. This is an 8. 3, 4, 5. There's a 4 here. So this is either one of these 2 is a 4. So we need 3, 4, 5 in this row. I'll just write that down. 3, 4, 5. This one can't be a 4. Okay. With these 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5, 6, 7. There's a 7 here. One of these is a 7. Let's go. I'll just put 5, 6, 7 in here. 5, 6, 7. Take away the 7. 3 numbers in this row. 1, 2, 3. We need 4, 7, and 8. 4 and 8 are here, so that makes this a 7, which makes this not a 7, which makes this a 7, because that was the only place left to put a 7. 4, 7, and 8, I said, right? So there's 8 here. That's a 4. This is an 8. This is not a 4, which makes this a 4. Which makes this a 3, 5 pair. Makes this a 3. I could figure out these 3. Is that worth doing? This is a 4. Okay, so this has to be consecutive. So this is either a 5 or a 6. Don't know which one yet. That's wrong. This has to be consecutive. It's either a 3 or a 5, and it's a 5. That's a 5. That's a 6. That's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 5. What are these two numbers? 1, 2. We need a 3, a 5, and just a 3 and a 5. This is a 5. This is a 3. Gee, still not figuring out this little box. 2 numbers left in this column. This one has to be high, which could be helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Yep. So 4 is not high, and 4 is already in the box. So this is an 8. This is a 4. This is a low number. It has to be 1 or 2. Still don't know. This one has to be a 9 now. This is an 8. Here we go. This is a 6. This is a 9. This is a 1 or a 2. Oh, there's a 2 here. Nice. Okay, there's a 1. There's a 2. That's a 2. A 1. All right. 2 numbers left in this column. Or 2 numbers left in this row. Yeah, I'm going to do that 1. We need a 1, and the 1 goes here, and a 6. 6. What's left here? We need a 3, it looks like. What do we have here? 1. We need a 2 and a 6. 2 goes here. 6 goes here. And that's a puzzle, baby. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.